Greetings, people. Yard Reviews. This is the show where I give you a multicultural perspective on all things film and television. I'm your host, Sadike Johnson. I'm joined with my co-host, Irv.
Hello.
Dan is not here at the moment. Dan is out celebrating his birthday with his family. What we did was Dan's birthday was on Wednesday. So all of us went to this big all-you-can-eat Asian buffet that I put these people on called Cosmos. And it's just been like, it's been like crack to them. So it's been crack mos all day. I think the next time we're going is my birthday in August. So we're going to kind of like give ourselves a long break because that all-you-can-eat place it can destroy you. Yeah, it can definitely destroy you. But right now, this is the movie news section of the show. We're going to talk about some tidbits of movie news that came out this past week. So Irv, what's the first topic of discussion?
Right, so we're kicking off with the Sony Pictures co-chair, Amy Pascal. Mm-hmm. She was also a part of the storm with the emails and the scandals and stuff. Mm-hmm. So apparently now she's stepping down. Her contract with Sony expires in March. She's been with them for like 20 years. Yeah. And she's going to be going into her own production venture or what have you. Mm-hmm.
So basically, I mean, everybody knew that it was going to come sooner or later. We didn't know when it was going to come. Yeah. But they decided for her to step down after her contract expired, which was, probably made sense after the whole backlash of, the racist comments and all that stuff that came out on the emails and so forth. But listen, she's getting like one of the greatest severance packages in the world. I mean, she's getting her own production company under a lot of Sony. I think she's still going to be involved with the Spider-Man films. She's still going to be involved with the future Ghostbuster films that will be coming out. So it's like she has a payday. So this production company, they're already attached to two big names. So she's, it's just, cakeaholic. So I mean, even if she left, she's still making bread. So even with not having that position that she had before is a downfall. But having her own production company on the Sony lot, please, who can ask for a better reward? Yeah, who can ask for a better retirement package? I mean, but the thing is, think about it. She's been with the company for 20 odd years.
Which I get, that's fine.
You know what I mean? And yeah, she did. I mean, some stupid stuff came out to the light, which was really silly for her to do. And I mean, what you can expect for somebody in their 60s, you know what I mean, running this company. You know what I mean? Like, people in their 60s, 70s are talking to us about how to put out movies. You know what I mean? Movies that entertain like us, or big money for these movies, and that you're still in this old mindset that these people throwing in their own little input and all that stuff. It's just, I don't know. But listen, as far as I'm concerned, she's not working with the company after her contract. She's getting this big production deal. She's still going to be well off. So I mean, at the end of the day, that's a good retirement package. That's all I gotta say. So we can move on. What's the next subject?
So Baz Luhrmann, the director, has teamed with Netflix to produce a new show, and it's called The Get Down, and it's based on the music scene, hip hop scene in New York City in the 70s.
Okay, that's interesting.
It's like the birth of hip hop and stuff like that. So
this basically, is it a documentary or is it actually like
it's like a drama? It's like a drama. It's a 13 episode show. Each episode is going to be an hour long. And so it's just like based on a group of teenagers, and it's violent city and drugs and what have you. What was known for at that time anyway. And so they get together, and it's like the b-boy hip hop thing. Yeah,
of course. Yeah.
So that's what it's based on.
I would be very interested to see something like that. Go down. I mean, Netflix is a powerhouse right now. They're producing all these original content, and because the way we consume content now in the future, I mean, we just want to go on our laptop, go online, find something, and just watch it. You know what I mean? We don't want to be restricted by when this is going to air, what time is it going to air. People are just giving you the full Monty right away. You guys consume it however you want. You know what I mean? It's just that's just it. So I mean, as long as the demand is there, people are going to watch it. Something like that. I mean, it's my type of vibe. I love hip hop, especially the beginning of hip hop, which a lot of people don't really know. Kool Herc started hip hop, and he was a Jamaican, by the way. Brought all his sound system equipment and put it out there. He was the one he's a godfather of hip hop. You understand? He started this thing, playing all these old Jamaican records, and then people came out and started. He started playing the breakbeats, and people started rapping on the breakbeats, and that was the birth of hip hop. It was just our sound system culture from Jamaica coming to the United States at a time where the poverty was rampant, and the African American kids didn't know how to express themselves, but they learned how to express themselves through the music. And we helped father that, and people need to know. But anyway, let's just get into the point at hand. The point in hand is basically this whole thing that he's doing, Baz Luhrmann. I mean, brilliant director. I'm looking forward to it. Anything with hip hop, especially surrounding the evolving of hip hop, especially in that era, especially it's going to be like in the 70s, 80s. That is going to be like really good. So I'm definitely looking forward to that when it comes out.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yep.
Marc Webb, who is director, right?
Yep,
directed the last 2 amazing Spider-Man films. He's gonna be directing the TV pilot of the movie Limitless.
Okay.
And the plot of that is that it takes the main plot where like the drug NZT gives you this like newfound enhanced abilities and stuff, and he uses those abilities to help the FBI solve cases, and it's like a week to week, every week's a new case, blah blah.
Okay.
But yeah, that's the plot of this new show.
That's interesting. I'm kind of like how they're kind of twisting it and you know, giving it, I guess, some life so you can expand more into, like, you know, solving cases.
Yeah.
Probably get deeper into his character and stuff like that. And I mean, it's really interesting. I mean, I'm looking forward to that. I hope it does good. I think CBS is the one that's doing it.
Yes, that's right.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the pilot. I mean, if it gets greenlit, then that's good. It's something to look forward to. We can always do it good TV. I mean, TV is definitely not showing any lacking in a lot of things. There's a lot of good shows out there.
Yeah.
A lot of people are like blowing up off of TV. So I'm definitely looking forward to something like that. I think that would be really cool. So yeah, next topic.
So we watched the trailer for Faults.
Okay,
starring Leland Orser and Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Yeah.
Which is it's a weird plot, but I really want to watch this film based on this plot, based on this trailer now.
But like the psychologist or whatever, he gets people like he's like a cult
specialist and
stuff.
This old couple approach him and they're like, our daughter is in a cult, can you help us? And then he kidnaps her or something.
Yeah,
and he tries to like break her out of this.
But she looks like she's the one who's breaking him down at the end of the day. It looks kind of twisted.
It does.
It just looks, I mean, it looks dark. It looks like one of those things where it's going to be a real thrill ride, and I hope it really lives up to what we saw in the trailers, because
it's got good reviews.
Films, yeah, well, I mean, a lot of these films, you know, they debut a trailer and stuff, and you know, it might be like, you know, not as good as how it should be, but I mean, I have not but positive. So I mean, it's gotten good reviews, like I said before, and something with that kind of premise, it's really dark. I like these dark psychological thrillers. I mean,
you don't know what's going to happen. You can't predict what's going to happen.
And it's not really like a horror. It's more like mind games.
Yeah.
People playing with each other, and like I kind of like that. So definitely looking forward to that when that drops.
And then we also saw the trailer for Daredevil.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was pleasantly surprised with that. Well, I mean, everybody knows that the recent Daredevil, I think in April, it will be after Avengers: Age of Ultron. They're gonna debut after that, and it's gonna drop in, and it's basically in the same Marvel Cinematic Universe, but everything is gonna take place in Hell's Kitchen, New York, which is where the origin of Daredevil is. You know, where it came about, and basically it goes into like when we saw the trailer, you saw it looking real dark, real gritty, exactly, and like the showrunner, the guy who did Spartacus, and Spartacus, if you never watched it, really dark, really bloody. Yeah, it's really like it's shot really well. I mean, I'm definitely looking forward to some major stuff, and this one, they said, is basically the origin of Daredevil and also the origin of the Kingpin. So Wilson
and Vincent D'Onofrio's,
he's the Kingpin.
I'm watching this.
So you know what I mean?
No
it's
question.
It's like they're getting these actors and you know these top class actors, and like it's bringing validity to like this whole thing. I mean, Marvel is spending like, I mean, listen, you get it.
They're not holding back.
You get it all 13 episodes in one go. Like seriously, I'm just gonna lock off myself from the world, binge watch for about 2 days. You know, like a big crack addict. I'm just gonna be I'm just gonna be gone. You know what I mean? Nobody can contact me. Phones off, whatever. Just do it. But trust me. I mean, Marvel is I think with I bet you if Netflix drop this, this blows out the water. You definitely know you can be seeing more Marvel to Netflix. And I'm guessing, might be a long shot here, but I'm thinking. After you see Jessica Jones and Luke Cage and all this stuff, after it gets successful, which I think it would, you might say a Punisher. Because they just got back the rights to Punisher, and I think a proper Punisher miniseries, violent, gritty miniseries, would be something I'd really like to see.
Yeah, so you're putting it out there.
You know what I mean? So I'm putting it out there, Marvel. I mean, you guys got back Punisher, you guys. If you can make Daredevil this dark, Punisher should be simple, no-brainer. So guys, get on that.
More on Marvel. They are putting together an all-female Avengers team called A-Force, and the lineup includes characters like She-Hulk, Dazzler, Medusa, and Nico Minoru, which you said you hadn't heard of. I haven't heard of.
Unfamiliar.
And a new cosmic hero called Singularity. I don't know what that is, but we looked up Nico, and just like she comes from this weird background. Her parents are dark wizards, and she has this power of so like when she gets cut, I think she gets like a staff, like it grows inside her. So whenever she bleeds, a powerful staff emerges from her chest, and it allows her to bend magic. And she uses her powers for good and not evil, what her parents were. And yeah, it's just like this weird concoction of characters.
Yeah, I mean,
that sounds interesting.
Yeah, I mean that's a crazy.
And the
lineup.
Casting for that will be interesting. Who they cast for these characters? Nothing's been like.
I mean, I don't really think this is gonna affect the Marvel Cinematic Universe as such. I think this is just like something that you put in the comics just now to kind of get these people. Because think about it. I mean, you have the Hulk, but then boom, you have She-Hulk. She-Hulk is very popular, but at the end of the day, I think because people identify with the Hulk so much, then you're gonna drop another Hulk in there as well. I don't really think the people are not ready for it. It's gonna get kind of campy.
You need to.
Yeah, I think you need to kind of
let people get used to and comfortable with these
and then you can start
and their
bringing
backstories
alternates
before you can blend them in with other characters.
Exactly. So I don't really think this is gonna go anywhere anytime soon. But as far as the comics are always, you know, flipping genres, doing different things, and a lot of these things eventually translate into film, but it does take time. And I think with the Marvel cinema, the way it's running now, you have to get people used to it. You can't just drop out a character and then just boom, replace with a female just right away. You have to give the character a beginning, a middle, and then a closure. And then when it's done, then you can start when it's a rebirth, so to speak, of the whole character. Recasting everything, and then who knows what direction that can go. So I mean, as far as that is concerned, I mean, it's good for the comics, but for the cinematic universe, not right now. Yeah, not really right now. So yeah, what's the next order of business?
Finally, you were saying that you read about Superman's new superpower. Yeah,
so Superman, like, he developed this new power in the comics in the New 52. I think it's number 38, issue 38. Jeff Johns, who is like the chief creative officer of DC, he's writing this issue. I think this is his final run on Superman comic. But basically, what happens is that Superman is fighting this villain, and you know, the base of Superman's power is that he absorbs solar energy to get his abilities, right? So his heat vision is like him expelling that solar energy out, you know, at you. So basically what happens is that this villain who he's fighting absorbs energy, so he's giving him all his heat vision or whatever, and he's, you know, doing as much as he can, and then eventually his team starts to get like glowing, and then he just radiates, and then he does this thing called his super flare. So basically what happens is that this is his new power now, so more or less it's almost like a supernova, like a sun exploding, and anything in that vicinity just gets destroyed. His whole costume, which is his Kryptonian armor, got totally shredded, got destroyed. The only thing that didn't get damaged was his cape because it's indestructible, and like the whole armor got destroyed. So like he's there, and then what happens was that like the next thing he wakes up, he's in this he's in the Batcave with Batman, and Batman is basically explaining to him like, okay, so Clark, this is what happened. So you have this new ability now. You can expel all the solar energy in your body. You basically do like a supernova, and but you know, a lot of people can get damaged. But then he was like, all right, so just get me some clothes, I'm gonna just fly out here. And say it's not that easy, I have to drop you off. And he's like, why? So basically the downside to this is, he makes this big explosion, can wipe out a lot of stuff, but the downside is he becomes totally human for 24 hours until his body recharges. So he's and I think that new power now, why they introduced it, I think it's going to play a lot into the cinematic universe to give him some sort of vulnerability other than kryptonite. Because I mean, kryptonite is there, but you need
a new generation.
You need another, and you need like another way to just say, all right, you can bring him down a notch with something. You know what I mean? And I think that's really a cool introduction at like the appropriate time, because with Batman v Superman, who knows how Superman gets weakened? I think it's good. I think they introduced kryptonite in that, but who knows for the future if he's going against like big villains and stuff like that. If he has to do the super flare, you know what I mean? He's gonna have to be vulnerable. So you know, with the Justice League movie, who knows if he has to pull off a move like that? So I mean, there's so many possibilities. So many different possibilities to go with it, and I think it's gonna be really interesting to see if it plays out in the cinematic, which I think it will. So with that going down, I'm really looking forward to it. So yeah, that's good stuff. Anyway, people, thank you so much for subscribing. Do remember to subscribe, youtube.com/YardyReviews. Also remember to email us at yardy.reviews@gmail.com, as well as follow us on Twitter at YardyReviews. Also remember to log on to Irv's WordPress. That's bigpicturesmallscreen.wordpress.com. All the reviews, all our articles, all the good stuff is on there. So please do check that out. Anyway, me and Irv signing out. Dan, happy birthday. Big up yourself.